is a bitch. Lost my uncle and my granny to this shit. Coronavirus, so they say. But you can't believe everything you hear today. Service in a couple weeks. Dressed in all black, we never know when our time comes.
Being serious, like, I got diagnosed with it, and I should have my glasses on, but I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you got it's like a seeing problem, or
it's not a seeing, but like it's a lazy eye. So by me wearing the glasses, it's supposed to make it stronger, and if I don't, it'll end up getting weaker. But this is like an eye where it's like hard to see out of if I'm reading. But if I'm not reading, I'm cool. But I'm like, I noticed it, and even when I took pictures, I'm like, why is that eye always looking low? So I be like, all right, well, let me drop the other eye.
The motherfucker said, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna. You want to be low, bitch?
Myself, right? Like, you want me to wink? Okay, which one? Like, stop playing.
The nigga said, it's either gonna be one or two things. I'm gonna bring this one lower, or I'm gonna take this one.
That's all I'm saying.
Take this motherfucker up.
Self-diagnosis sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
Fucking stupid. What's the deal, man? We got my guy Vibes in the motherfucking back house. It's a vibe in the back house. We in this motherfucker, man. My friend, my compartment, my partner, man, my ace bone coon. This my motherfucking guy. What's the deal, man?
What's going on, everybody? You know what I'm saying? First of all, thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here, and I'm very grateful. What's going on with you, back house? How you doing, man?
I'm chilling.
Thank you for having me.
Chilling. Make sure y'all go in the motherfucking link. Click the 1, 2, 3. Click the link in the bio. Make sure y'all tap into everything we got going on. This fashion show that's coming up is finna be crazy. It's finna be dope. It's a big space. We're gonna have all type of entrepreneurs in there. Again, like I said, we're gonna have people that own rental car companies, Airbnbs, fashion designers, credit builders, everything under one roof. That's what we're doing with this event. That's what we're doing. We're going to have a fashion show. We're going to have a comedian show and everything. But the main thing is being in a room with opportunity. Being in a room with a bunch of opportunity and just getting out and putting yourself out there as a person, trying to find your niche. And if you already got a niche, coming to this place to take it to the next level, because you don't know who you're going to meet up in here. You may meet somebody that's in the same lane as you and further than you that's willing to give you this game. You know, you may meet somebody that may just have an idea, something similar to what you got, and y'all can collab, and it's gonna take you to the next level. Turn that light off.
That's real.
It's gonna take you to the next level. So make sure y'all grab y'all tickets. And if you want to come and just vibe out with us, come. We're going to 90s music all night. We're going to have drinks. We're going to have a bar. We're going to have dope people in this one room. Man.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Bruh, we finna go crazy. So make sure y'all grab y'all tickets and come see whatever we got going on. And even if you just want to come support a black business, some black business owners, that's it. If you want to just come do that, it's going to be worth your while. The first 20 people get the black gift bags. You don't know what you can get in there. It could be $20, $5. You can get a half a shoestring. What I said? You can get a goddamn turtle in there. You don't know what you're going to get. Goddamn it.
It's really a mystery box there.
You might get a keys to a Lambo. You just never know. Come on now.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Nah, but make sure y'all grab y'all tickets, bro, and come through. Slide through. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you do the honors of presenting what we got going on, man.
Okay, well, first of all, y'all, make sure y'all get those tickets. The link is in the bio. So it's no excuses, and support comes in every way, shape, form, or fashion. If you can't come to the event, promote the event. If you can't promote the event, share the event. Send it on to the next person. But definitely comfort opportunities, like he said. Like, I'm excited. You should be there. You never know who you may meet. And that's how you create opportunities. But without further ado, we are excited to announce.
Drum roll, please.
We are dropping a collab. So in order to get that shirt that we about to drop, you gotta be there because it's a vibe in the back house.
Come on now.
Yes, sir.
Talk to him. Hey, and I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think the shirts was gonna come out like that. Like it was a vision in my head. But when I went in there and I said, wait a minute. You know, you gotta wait a minute.
Drop the glasses one time.
Hold up. Oh God. You see a big booty bro. Hold up.
Wait.
Is that Tisha daughter
That
down
right?
there?
What? Stop playing. Let me
That's
find
Tisha
out.
daughter
I
down
know that back
there.
end right there.
The shirt is crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy. Hey, this collab, and I'm so honored that you reached out to me to do this. Like we always say, man, God align you with people that are supposed to be there. And
Absolutely.
again, it was a lot of people that hit me and was like, hey, I want to do a collab. Hey, I want to work with you, X, Y, and Z. But for some odd reason, this felt right. Like I told you in the beginning, it was a lot of people. It's a lot of people that, but it was just like, you coming to the fashion show, us chopping it up for the little 2 seconds that we did chop it up for and everything. It was just everything played the part in this collaboration. So I'm so glad I did it, and I'm honored that you came to me and we chose to do this, man.
I'm honored myself, and I appreciate that. But I have to take it further back from when I first met you at Water Wars, and you came up, and not only did you compliment the brand, you started inquiring, asking. You gave me a drink with my sister, and I thought that was dope because, not like that. People not giving nothing for free.
Yeah.
But you promoted your drink, and as soon as you gave us the drink, we took pictures. I think you tagged us right away, and I'm like, that's what's up. That's dope. And then just started following you, and then seeing what you had going on and coming to the fashion show, I just felt like I had to ask you and be a part of it because I seen the bigger picture then.
Facts.
And I see what you got going, and I'm like, it only makes sense. And I just felt comfortable asking you, and I'm just grateful that you even agreed to do it because a lot of people may not want to partner, but I feel like collaboration is a new currency. So
for sure,
I appreciate you for even jumping on the collab with me.
All right, so now it's time to dive in to the everything.
Okay,
you feel me? It's time to get into the everything because
meat potatoes.
I want the facts because not only for me but for your fans and your followers too. I want to get to know a lot more about you because honestly I forgot we met at Water Wars until day before yesterday.
Yes, sir.
I think I went on your page and I seen your pictures and I was like, she was at Water Wars, wasn't she? So
yep.
And then I don't understand why I thought I knew you through Mac. Once I found out you knew Mac, I'm like, okay, maybe I met her through him, but then once I seen the picture, I was like, okay, it all makes sense. But so fan on where you come from and where it all started. Your brand and because you got a clothing brand, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so where did it all start? Where did it all come from?
All right, I'll give you a brief oversight and background of not only the brand but myself in general. So my name is Jade, but you probably know me as my Instagram name, which is Jay Queese, or I'll just call myself Jay, J-Y. I'm from Carson, California. So this journey started back in 2020 during the pandemic. I was trying to figure out something to do, something to be creative and be different. I've always been into fashion, and I was just like, okay, well, I'm going to start a clothing brand. Even before then, I remember back in the day, like the early 2010s, you could say, when Facebook was still new. Right. I started seeing people, coming out with stuff as far as like clothes and hats and stuff, and I'm thinking, why are these people trying to be like these people when I had to change my mindset? Like, no, they're creating something. And I thought that, not that it wasn't possible, but I was thinking, well, why can't I do that? Yeah. So I said, well, I'm going to come up with a clothing brand. And it dawned on me that I was like, dang, I don't got a name for it. Don't got a name for it. So I ended up coming up with a name. I came up with a logo. I drew it out. To me, it sounded good. It looked good. And I said, okay, I think God got something for me with this. It makes sense. And then I look back at some notes years ago, like, I've been doing this. I just never figured out how to do it. Right. So 2020, I started. I didn't take it too serious. But 2021, I started getting more serious. I started learning about marketing, pop-up events. And I said, well, shoot, I might as well jump all in with it. And then Vibes 100%. Apparel was brought to life. So that's how I started. Okay. So who is Jade? Like, what is Jade's story? Like, meaning, do I have to go in deep, or you get the question? No, I get the gist of the question. So, Jade is a girl from Carson, California. I grew up in a semi-single household. My mom was married to someone at the time, but when she got divorced, she was a single parent. So it's myself, 3 other siblings. One of my siblings passed. I was just someone. Appreciate it. I was just someone growing up. I liked art. I liked basketball. And not that I wasn't into fashion then. I seen it. It was around me. My mom, my grandmother, they're very into like dressing. But I kind of still was trying to figure out what I was good at. So as I started getting older, I recognized that I was into drawing. I recognized that I was into that because it was calming for me.
Yeah.
But I'm just that person that I'm reserved, I'm quiet, but I'm always observing. I'm always trying to see how to make my situation better. And I'm just that person that once you get to know me, you can't help but love me. Like, that's just really the truth. Like, you feel me? Like,
the vibes is apparel.
yeah,
I'm gonna let you know.
I'm reserved, I'm quiet. You know, I may be a little crazy at times, not in a bad way, but I'm just that person that I'm just trying to really figure out how to make life better as I'm getting older and understanding myself. But Jay is a chill, reserved person, but once you get to know me, you're gonna love me. You're gonna love me. I'm just saying.
Okay, so how are you mentally? Like, honestly, like, how are you?
Now, I feel like I'm better. Prior to maybe 2020, not that I was bad mentally, I didn't understand some of the struggles that I was dealing with. Losing a sibling. You know, I had some financial hiccups, dealing with relationships, not understanding me emotionally. Now that I'm older and I've spent a lot of time with myself, it's easier to understand what I'm going through and learn how to vocalize it. Even if it's not to somebody. You know, if I want to talk to God, if I want to let him know, like, hey, bro, what we doing?
Yeah.
You know, I'll write it out, but mentally, I feel like I'm better now, and it feels good to say, like, I woke up happy today. Not woke up like, dang, I got to pay this bill. You know what I'm saying? I got to go to work, deal with these mofos. Like, I wake up, and I'm grateful for every day because every day is a new day to do something. So,
for sure.
Mentally, I feel like I'm really good.
So, with expressing yourself, do you feel like your environment or the people you had around you or even your family played a picture in you not being able to express yourself properly? Or
I would say definitely my family. You could say the people too as well, but also because not that I don't come from a family that's bad, we never really knew how to communicate as far as if you felt some type of way about something and you being able to express it. It would be like a going back and forth, arguing, okay, let's close the door, but then tomorrow we wake up, you want to go get something to eat?
Okay.
So it was that type of joy, and I was like doing the same thing with friendships when I felt some type of way. I wouldn't want to argue and go back and forth. I would just be like, I'm going to just cut you off and not talk to you and keep it pushing. As opposed to trying to figure out, okay, what happened? What's wrong? Now I'm realizing communication is very key.
Yeah.
You know, it's a key part in saying, like, look, this is how I feel and my feelings matter.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, well, let's not worry about it, but do you want to go get something to eat? Do you want to go to the movies? And it's like, dang, I'm still upset
I'm still
from last
still
night.
feeling some type of way about what happened.
And just because I'm about to eat your food with your money don't mean that I ain't still tripping. So it's like that played a part in me realizing communication in my home wasn't the best.
Do you have any people that you regret losing from that time, from that era, from being like that, so cut off and like I don't want to fuck with you no more? Is there anybody that you?
I wouldn't say regret losing because I don't like to live with regrets. I feel like that's something that's real deep because you can't go back and change it.
Yeah.
But I do live with being upset at the fact that I didn't really know how to communicate and express what I was feeling at that given moment, as opposed to just walking away and not resolving things because I felt like, well, okay.
Yeah.
So I started becoming numb to that, and even in my adulthood, I realized it wasn't healthy. But I don't regret it, but I do feel bad because I feel like, dang, what if I would have just communicated a little bit better?
Yeah. What if I would have did something extra? Yeah. And people don't understand that. I tell people all the time, if you just sit there and like just say, what could I do better?
Yeah.
It's not you wrong or I'm wrong or you right or I'm right. No.
Yeah.
Let me try to do something better to save our friendship.
Absolutely.
You know, because it's always something.
Yeah.
It's always something you can do better if it's worth saving, like you said, because that is fucking true. That is true.
Absolutely.
If it's worth saving. So how is your business at the moment? How is it going?
At the moment, to me, business is good. I'm still on a journey. I'm still learning. You know, I'm only 3 years in. I do beat myself up because I feel like for the amount of money invested, I could have done better. but I still was new to the game and learning. So
Okay.
where I am now, I feel like business is good. It's growing. I feel like a strong following, and it's getting stronger. I just feel like I want to produce more. Like I don't want to limit myself to T-shirts and hats, stuff like that. I want to really expand and get more stuff. So
Right.
I'm actually excited to see where it's going.
Okay. Nah, that's for sure. That's
Yes,
for sure. So what does success look like to you? When do you feel like, at what point do you feel like, okay, I'm good. I'm successful in my head, in my world. I ain't talking about everybody else because you know what? We know what everybody else's success is. What's your success?
I feel like success to me will look like being able to employ people, provide jobs to people, having financial security, and having property. So with where I'm taking my brand, I want it to be something that is a generational wealth builder.
Okay.
And I want to be successful in knowing that I can help someone else. Because it's just not about me.
That's dope.
So yeah, success
is when you
not when I could go buy a car or when I could go, on a trip. Success is I just closed this deal in this warehouse because we about to be shipping out all these orders, or I just bought this property. We about to turn this into something.
That's dope.
So success is not about just me. It's when I could start putting money into other people's pockets and blessing other people and starting something, starting a movement.
I think Rick Ross said something like that. It's like when I can put my boys on, like, because you can be at the top by yourself, but when you can help other people,
it's a game changer.
Bruh, I can change my boy life and his family life. Like,
that's successful to me. Yeah. Come on now.
Oh, everything.
That's real.
So, what is something that an individual can learn from you?
Never to give up. And I say that because there have been times where I've seen people, even in my family, they started something and they gave up. So for me, I may slow down sometimes. I may take a little break, but I'm not going to stop. So persistence, dedication, and determination, I believe, is what I would feel someone can learn from me, because with all the challenges that I've had and the ones that I'm going to experience, it ain't going to stop me at all. So,
Say less. Nah, that's dope. So, okay. Do you ever catch yourself mixing business with personal?
I've had, and I had to learn it early.
Yeah.
Like, I had an instance where I had someone purchase something for me, but I felt because I knew them, I could give them a discount. And I was selling myself short, and then I was like, all right, that's cool, but then if I drop something else, you going to want another discount.
Yeah.
Just because we cool.
Just because we cool.
So I had to start telling myself, like, I can't always do that. Not saying that that's not something that I would want to do, but I'm thinking of what I've invested into it. So I had to start telling myself, like, you can't mix business with personal.
If y'all hear some shit in the background, please don't mind it. It's my damn child over here playing basketball with no hoop.
But he hooping.
And with no hoop in the beach ball, telling me, come stick me, Dad. Come stick me.
He's hooping,
so please.
I ain't even gonna cap him.
You over here getting buckets with no basket.
That's what I'm talking about.
So dedication. The reason why facts. No, that is facts. Dedication. So the reason why I asked that question, I love that question because I'm the type of person, if I don't know you personally, I don't want to do business with you.
I hear you.
And I that comes from me understanding, like, in business, you're going to take a risk. You're going to take a risk, And I'm willing to take an L. Like, I'm the friend. Like, if we come into a play and I put in, I put in 3 bands and you only put in 8, and it's a risk we don't know how much we're going to get back,
Right.
I'm still going to split that down the middle. And if we lose, we just lose. I lost 3 bands, you lost. I don't mind taking the L with my boys. But again, I feel like I need to know you on a personal level. I need to know, have you done business before? I need to know like, have you ever taken an L?
Right.
Have somebody ever fucked you over? You know, like, I need to know all that because I need to know how you gonna react if we run into money, and I need to know how you gonna react if we fall flat on our ass.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I just feel like me knowing you personally will help me deter whether I want to do business with you or not. Because you got people that will snake you and stuff like that, and I don't want nothing. I want everything that's owed to me.
Absolutely.
I don't want nothing more. I don't want nothing, but I don't want nothing less.
Absolutely.
You know, and so that's how I'm set up. I don't want nothing more, or I don't want nothing less. We're gonna split it straight down the middle. And so if I'm gonna split it straight down the middle, I want to split it straight down the middle with somebody that I genuinely have a bond with. Absolutely. And they don't even have to be us knowing each other 3 years before I do business with you. I need to know your vibe. I need to know the connection. I need to know, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to lie. I do mix personal with business, but I feel like I can do that because I know I can take a loss.
That's true.
I know it's a possibility I can get fucked over. I know it's a possibility. I know the possibilities when it comes to taking a risk. So it's like I just need to know who I'm taking the risk on and what we, you know,
You know, and I didn't even think of it in that aspect, and I'm glad that you said that because that does matter. Like, I haven't done business with anyone per se that's been outside of my sister, but if I were to, I need to kind of study you a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, see how you're conducting business, see, okay, well, how much are you bringing in with profits? If you are going to take this risk, like you said, how are you going to react? Because reaction always matters.
Yeah.
You know, because that's going to determine if I'll be able to work with you or not. But I didn't even think of that. And that really does make sense.
Then on top of that, like they say, when you looking for a relationship with your boyfriend or a woman, how you treat your mama and your family.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If you treat your family like shit, how you gonna treat me?
But it's certain circumstances with certain family members. Let me just throw that out there.
For sure. I agree.
Be like, nah.
So is absence, do you feel like absence is important?
Absence.
Like, meaning like being away from an individual for a certain amount of time. Important, I feel like being away from a person is important for a certain amount of time because
when you say absence and being away from someone, what exactly are you referring to?
Me and you doing business, I'm not we don't communicate for 2 to 3 weeks. Yes, we have the t-shirt collab and everything, but I feel like the reason why me being away from you for a minute is important is because now I'm gonna see how you gonna work when I'm not around.
Absolutely.
Because I know how I'm gonna work.
Absolutely.
I know what I'm gonna do.
Absolutely.
You feel me? And I feel like I always tell people you gotta let a person do what they really. You gotta let a person show you what they really want to do.
What they really want to do.
I try not to push people to do certain shit because I want to see how you. Because I know if I go back to the money. If I owe you some money, or if we just ran into a play and I don't talk to you for a couple weeks, I'm gonna hit you out of nowhere. Hey, bro, the money came through X, Y, and Z. But I know people that's going to. If I don't hit you up about that bread, I'm not gonna hear from you.
I ain't gonna even hear you breathing.
I didn't talk to you for 3 months every day straight, but as soon as we run into this play and I don't hit you,
I feel you.
I don't exist no more. So I feel like absence is important because now I'm gonna see how you work when I'm not pushing you.
I've never really looked at that in an aspect. However, I feel like I agree with you because it matters. Because even though, like you said, we have the collaboration, you have something that you're doing separate, just like I'm doing something separate, and that gives you the chance to.
So how old were you when you was making the jerseys? Like when?
So I want to say that was like, I was either in the 2nd or 3rd grade, and I just wanted to sign up because everybody else was doing it. And
that's dope.
Even though I was nervous, I was just like, I just want to hoop. But then I had realized that, not that I couldn't have asked my mom or my grandmother to purchase it. I just was like, nah, they're not going to buy it. Yeah. So I just went home. I got a t-shirt. And I literally drew the jersey myself. I put my name on the back. And the reason why I did that was, I'm like, well, I got to improvise. And I didn't want to be on the floor without a jersey. So in my head, my t-shirt was my jersey.
Was the jersey. That's crazy.
I just drew it out. And that's why I was like, the rush for me when I started doing these things was like, dang, I really drew this. Like, I really did this on the computer and then put it on the shirt. I'm like, that's crazy. And then people was looking at it. So yeah, the money came and I was excited about it. But I'm like, dang, that's dope. Like,
no, for sure.
So, yeah.
And I think more so it wasn't even that I sold out. It was
but that's
the
amazing.
rush was they actually bought for me.
They actually bought for
like,
me.
They actually like I'm a loser.
I said the same thing.
I'm a loser.
I didn't sell out, but I said the same thing. Like I was like, wait. I said, hold up. I said, you came and stopped and you bought something from me? But it was amazing because it was like, okay, at that time, I didn't talk as much.
Yeah.
Like I didn't. Like I was still fairly new and my sister was helping me with a lot of the stuff. But I literally was just standing there and I'm like, dang, what do I say? You know, like, I'm over here thinking, like, I got to tell him, like, hey, you know, this is a different brand shirt. I just put, and I'm like, bro, you ain't supposed to do all that.
And I wasn't confident.
Oh,
you know, and I wasn't confident. So it was like, that was
still not all the way there, y'all. But I'm in a better position to say I actually like what I'm producing with confidence. At first, I was always seconding myself, like, nah, I got to redo that. Nah, that graphic didn't come out right. But it was just like, dang, like somebody actually stopped and looked, even touched and inquired. And then when they purchased it, it was like, it's crazy.
So what do you think is one of your biggest downfalls being an entrepreneur?
Lack of resources. And I say that because
bring it to me.
You have to remember, as an entrepreneur, you may not always have the funds to start off. You may not have a trust. You may not have family members who are willing to give you money. You may just be working a 9-to-5 or even no money coming in at all. So even though it may be a lack of resources, there's no way that you should have any excuses when you have a phone. If you got stuff in the house, sell it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if they monetize anymore with Instagram, but even if they don't, if you work out, you know what I'm saying? Sell a workout regimen or something. So it's like you have to be able to come up with the money, meet people, and if you don't have the money for something, try to do a barter type system. Like, hey, bro, I ain't got the bread, but can I do whoop 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 for you? And, you know, in exchange, I'll get this. So even though I suffer from the lack of resources, I don't suffer from the willingness to learn and find the knowledge on how I can get more resources.
For sure.
You know? So
for sure.
That was my struggle.
I was just explaining that to my boy the other day. If you don't know how to do it, you got to find somebody that do.
Yeah. So.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So what's some of the best advice you ever received?
I think some of the best advice I ever received was take your time. At the time when I first started, I think I was rushing a lot. And I felt like because I had a deadline based on something I posted, I had to produce it in a certain time frame because I already threw it out there. So I'm like, dang, but such and such, they saw this, they viewed this. So if I don't drop it, they're probably going to be like, oh, well, she didn't stand on what she was supposed to say. Like, so I felt like I was working on other people's time and not mine. Then I had to realize I run this show.
Big facts.
You know, so what are you rushing for?
Big facts.
So hearing that, I think brought me some comfort because it made me realize, like, what am I rushing for? Not that I want to move slow either, but make sure that the timing is right and do it in your timing. Make sure y'all get those tickets. The shirts will be dropping on July 22nd at the fashion show, and you can only get it at the fashion show. If you ain't gonna be there, you a square.
You a square. Simple as that.
L7.
A SpongeBob. Weenie.
For the 90s, baby, that know about Sandlot. Shout out to the Sandlot.
Weenie. The nigga said, hey, take that hat off, small. Nigga brim was about this long. I tell, hey, I'm a big movie head. That was the longest
brim I've ever seen in history. Like,
I'm a big movie head.
Man.
I will sit
Don't be around
here.
me. I quote movies all day. Songs and movies.
What? Nigga, anything and everything will have me quoting a movie or a song. I promise you, bro.
My bad, I have to throw that in there,
shit. Do you agree that people that say certain things when they angry or when they mad or telling the truth? Or do you feel like they really telling you how they really feel?
Oh man, that's
Or do you feel like it's just them going through that in that moment? How they feeling in that
honestly,
moment?
I think it's a bit of both.
Okay.
Because I know, for myself speaking, in situations when I was upset about something and I said something, I did it because I knew that that was hitting below the belt and I knew I could hurt your feelings. But then looking back, it made me think to myself, like, why did I even stoop to that level? Yeah. So instead of us having a conversation, we going back and forth shooting shots at each other. And then it made me realize I shouldn't have said that because I knew that it would hurt your feelings. Now it's like, I can't say I take it back after the fact because I already put it out there.
Yeah.
So it was like I put it out there because I knew what it would do, but I wouldn't say that it's not how they feel. I would say at that time it was something that may have provoked them, but it doesn't give you the right to do that, to hurt somebody's feelings. So
okay.
I say it's a little bit of both, and I'm only speaking from personal experience. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just my take on it. So.
No, for sure. I can see that. My intake is
This when I was younger, I don't do that stuff no more.
My intake is different. But I can see where you're going with that. Me personally, like, I feel like when you mad, if you say anything to me to hurt my feelings, I'm sorry. You meant that.
Yeah.
You just was waiting on the right time to say it.
Absolutely.
You've been thinking that shit for
You've
the
been
longest.
thinking it for a minute.
But like you said, it ain't like I ain't never did it. But yeah, I feel like now, yeah. So one question I've had since I've met you.
Okay.
Are you gay?
What is the definition of gay? No, I'm just playing.
Oh, okay. Because I was
no, I'm just playing. And it's funny because everybody has their own way of how they use terminology.
Right.
And that's the word that I use. Like, you'll never hear me say, oh, yeah, I'm a lesbian. That just, we're not doing that.
Right. Yeah. Ain't no monkey in the middle.
Yeah, I'm gay. I like women. So I would say, yes, I am.
Okay. So now my follow-up question. Would you ever be open to having sex with a guy?
That's a tough one. I would say, I'll say it to you like this. I would have to be head over heels, getting ready to marry you, and we gonna have kids type.
Okay.
Because it's a no. And
Right.
I say that only because I'm not the submissive type. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I have my feminine ways, but I'm more masculine in a lot of areas. And in definitely that area. So if you be like, oh, come on, baby, I'm going to be looking at you like, look, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, we not playing them type games.
Hold
like,
up. Hold up.
Yeah,
No, for
like,
sure. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I like the fact that you sat there and you sat there for a minute and thought about it.
I'm not that super gay type where it'd be like, oh, I'm anti-Nick. Like, no. If I see an attractive guy, I'm gonna be like, man, like, he off the charts.
Would you let the woman that you're in a relationship with have sex with another guy? With a guy?
No.
No?
No, because to me, that's the deal breaker. It's a deal breaker because, in my opinion, you got with me because you wanted to be with me. I'm a woman, and you know that. But if you decide that you don't want to do that, okay, cool. Let me know. But
what if it's just an experiment? Like,
I'm not really. I tried to do some stuff, but I'm not an experimental type because I just feel like I don't want to cross those thresholds, and I don't like being that person where we're playing on emotions, because we all know once you get physically involved, regardless of what anybody say, the emotions come thereafter. Yeah. Unless you're a prostitute, you got it like that.
There you got it.
You know, I ain't that emotionally stable. I'm gonna be off the wall like, wait, what are we talking about here? Like, what? Stop playing.
Crying. Okay, so have you ever seen a pair of balls?
Pornhub, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Not in real life, though. No.
That's what I mean.
No, not in real life. And this is crazy. Like, believe it or not, I've been a tomboy my whole life. However, I did the girly girl dressing like maybe 9th grade to 11th grade. And I've dated guys before. Like, my first
that was going to be my next
like
question. Okay.
6th grade. You know? So I dated a boy in 6th grade. 8th grade, 10th grade, and 11th. Mm-hmm. I never had sex with a guy.
Okay.
I never did anything physically with a guy. And that's when I knew, because I'm like, this is just too...
Yeah.
I'm not about to sit here and, oh, baby type. No, like, I'm going to be sitting there like, what's up? What we doing? Like, we about to go shoot hoop?
For sure.
I ain't even about to put my leg on you, my nigga. Like, what? And I'm just being real. I recognize that early. So, I mean, like I said, if I decide to have kids, I'm still debating about that, but I wouldn't be not open to it, but it's still a no.
You wouldn't carry the kid?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We getting a surrogate. That's already established.
Right. Okay. So she would have to carry.
She would have to.
Okay.
I can't deal with cramps, y'all.
So what makes you think?
Come on now. That's all. 9 months too? That's a lot. That's a lot.
Okay, hold on. Do you feel like people are homophobic because of how they reacting to them trying to implement gay literature in school?
I don't think that people are homophobic. I think people have to understand what's going on, not even from a biblical standpoint, but from a social standpoint. They're trying to change the narrative. So if that's the case and you want to become more in tune to what your kids are being taught, you also have to be aware of what they're seeing and what's in their parameters. Because social media is already putting it out there. A lot of times you see stuff like that going on in homes too. So it's kind of like you could be homophobic about it, but the reality is that's what's going on. They're changing the narrative from having a household to where you see a mom and dad to where now you have either 2 mommies or 2 daddies, and they're teaching your kids. So,
So okay. So would you be okay with them teaching your kid, being gay and being open and being stuff like that? Like, would you?
How is
okay
that conducive to your future, though? And then if you think about it, this has been going on for years. If you look at Greek and Roman mythology, homosexuality is in there.
Right.
So even when I went to college, I seen it in the books. I had learned it from the text. So it's kind of like, if that's the case, what narrative are you explaining to them, and how is this conducive to their future? Because I mean, what are you trying to say? Like, yeah, it's okay to be gay, but yet you see 2 second graders in the bathroom humping. I'm confused.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if
sure.
that's the case, what would be the reason for it, and how is it beneficial to them in their future?
So how do you feel about it?
Honestly, and me personally, I don't agree with it, and I say that only because you're gonna confuse a lot of kids, and they're only kids.
Yeah.
So to me, that's bothering, because you have kids who are more inclined and aware of what they aren't from what you're telling them, as opposed to how they need to be ready to hit the world if they want to be an entrepreneur, or if they want to be a 9-to-5 worker, having health insurance. You know what I'm saying?
So it's a lot more important.
So it's a lot more. So I just feel like at that rate, why does it matter?
Yeah.
Because I knew at an early age, but yet in the same breath, I just didn't express it. Even if it was okay for me to, I know that also biblically, it's not okay. So because I know that, and this is my lifestyle, I don't have to force it on you, and I don't want to. Let me live my life and do me, but I don't want to have to force it down your throat, because I'm prideful.
Was it hard to come to your family and your peoples, or was it just like a shit? It wasn't like a come out. It was just like a shit, nigga. Step out with the jeans on and the goddamn
honestly
hat to the back. What's your deal, cuz?
Oh shit.
I'm just man. I'm being funny.
No, honestly, for me, it wasn't that it was hard, because mind you, I've been a tomboy literally all my life. Like I've worn dresses and stuff. Don't get it twisted, but from 1st grade to 5th grade, I was a tomboy.
Okay.
6th grade to 8th grade, I was still kind of doing the girly thing. Not really, but I wore uniforms at school.
Yeah. So.
When I got to 9th grade, it was like I still was aware of it, but I didn't know how to act on it, and I didn't want to act on it because I'm like, I don't even know what to do. But when I did finally come out, all my family was like, "We knew it."
Yeah,
you know,
right.
It was a couple people that was a little like upset, but it was just like, we knew it. So it wasn't nothing that was a shock to people.
Right. Okay. For sure.
So yeah.
I'm gonna let me see. Okay, boom. I'm gonna ask you one more question, and I'm gonna let you close it out.
Okay.
No, it's not. It ain't
Oh my
gonna
gosh,
be-
let me get ready for the crazy one.
Okay. So,
That's
in
deep.
order to that's deep. In order to save your mama, you gotta suck dick. Would you do it?
Absolutely not. She's gone.
Oh shit.
She's gone.
See
I'm
you
sorry.
later. See you later, mama.
Like, where y'all taking the body? It's a no for me. And that escalated quickly.
That escalated quick.
Sorry.
Fuck, hey, moms, we joking, we playing. Look, shit,
And I love you, Mom, but no, the reality is absolutely
just don't put me in that situation. Just don't put me in that situation.
No.
To where I would have to choose because
She's gone. She's out of here. That was a home run. Shit.
You are stupid.
Sorry.
So, hey, I appreciate you again for
appreciate
coming
you,
to the
man.
back house, man. This was great vibes, great answers, great questions.
Absolutely.
Again, make sure y'all get y'all tickets. Make sure y'all tap into everything that we got going on.
Follow Vibes
And
Apparel, y'all. Y'all know the page.
follow my guy.
Come on.
I'm going to let you close it out with a message to the kids and the people that's looking up to you and that's watching you on a daily basis. Because I do want you to know, you may not feel like nobody is watching, but motherfuckers is watching you.
I feel you. And I was just about to say, I mean, there's probably nobody watching, but for those who may be watching, never give up. Never doubt yourself and just keep pushing forward. Continue to thrive, go all in, go hard, and believe in everything that you're doing.
Hey.
And stay blessed, stay prayed up, you know what I'm saying? And
Give it to God.
give it to God.
Give it to God. Let him handle it.
Once it's up, it's stuck.
A lot of people be, and I did want to say this earlier, but I forgot. A lot of people be scared to have conversations with him. All you got to do is sit down and have a normal conversation like we're having right now.
Let me tell y'all right now. He's absolutely right, y'all, but I'm going to be real with you. You get real with God because that's the relationship you're supposed to have. Mm-hmm. And you have to remember how big he is. He's not small, so if you compartmentalize him, your blessings are going to be compartmentalized because you don't believe. But if you believe and you know, you let him know, like, hey, bro, I'm not feeling what's going on. So what's up? What we doing? You see me struggling? When you going to pick up the phone and answer my call? And that's just the relationship that you should have if you know that that's what you and him got going on. But get real, talk to him, and don't just be on Instagram like, I sent the prayer up. No, get off the phone. You ain't even got to get on your knees. You just talk to God any time of the day. I be at work like, look, God, they got me. I'm just waiting on you to get me.
They got me, goddammit. I'm here, goddammit.
So yeah,
you put me in.
Be intentional. Be intentional about what you want. Be intentional with your prayers. The power of life and death lies within the tongue. So speak life into yourself. Let him use you to the best of your abilities and give it to God. Give it to God.
Nah, for real.
Real talk.
200%. Let him handle it. Let my mans do what he got to do.
Come on now.
And he'll take you to some places you ain't never been.
Absolutely.
He'll show you some stuff you ain't never showed him. A lot of y'all be sitting there saying, oh, God ain't real, or God ain't this, or God ain't that. That's because you ain't even gave it to him.
You ain't gave it to him. You still worrying about it. You
still worrying about it. You sitting there saying, I did pray, but still sitting there doubting him like, he ain't going to give it to me.
But you know what the problem is with that? You can't pray about it, then turn around and worry about it.
Come on now, because now you
that defeats the purpose because now you don't believe. Because if you say you believe and you know it to be true, once I give it to him, I know he's going to take care of it. So if that's what you want from God, you say, hey, I want this to be done, he'll do it. But you also got to do the work too. Faith without works is dead.
And we out. Get your damn tickets.
Peace.
Make sure y'all get your goddamn tickets.
Follow Vibes Apparel late. Tap in with the back house. Get them tickets. The collab is dropping July 22nd.
Follow Vibes. Follow Backhouse. And get your tickets.
Appreciate it. Much love.
She that person, when you say bye on the phone, she gonna keep saying bye. Y'all go, all right, I'm gonna talk to you later. All right, fool, I'm gonna hit you. All right, partner. All right, man.
Let's get off this line.
Later. Later. All right, I'm gonna hit you. All right, fool. All right.
We gonna say 1,000.
do, man?
Oh man, G. Came in this motherfucker. We conquered.
2020 is a bitch.
Now we about to bounce.
Lost
We
my
on to
uncle
the
and
next
my
spot.
granny to
Where we
this
at with
shit.
it?
We finna go to
Coronavirus, so they say. But you can't believe everything you hear today. Service in a couple weeks. Dressed in all black, we never know when our time comes.